Have you ever noticed that sometimes we keep doing the same thing the same way over and over again, but somehow we expect the outcome to change? I think we've all been there. We pray, we hope, we wish, but our actions never really change. Then we wonder why our lives look exactly the same as they did yesterday. The truth is, if we want a different result, we have to be willing to do something different. Sometimes that means stepping outside of our comfort zone. And I know that isn't always easy. Our comfort zone feels safe. It's familiar. It's predictable. Even when it isn't making us happy. Even when it isn't helping us grow. Sometimes we're so comfortable with what's familiar that we become uncomfortable with change. But growth doesn't usually happen where we're comfortable. Growth happens when we're willing to stretch ourselves, to try something we've never tried before, to believe we can do something we never thought we could. Maybe you've been applying for jobs the same way for months. Maybe it's time to update your resume, learn a new skill, or apply for opportunities you once believed were out of reach. Maybe you've been trying to grow your business, but you're using the same strategies you've always used. Perhaps it's time to think outside the box, to learn something new, to market differently, to reach people in ways you haven't before. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, what if I fail? Imagine what could happen if you replace those thoughts with, I can learn, I can grow, I can do this. Sometimes changing your mindset is the first step toward changing your life. God often calls us to move before we see the entire path. In Isaiah 43:19, God says, See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Sometimes God is ready to do something new in our lives, but we're still holding on to old habits, old fears, old excuses, and old ways of thinking. What if your blessing, your breakthrough, or your next opportunity is waiting on the other side of one decision you've been afraid to make? If you're expecting a different result, ask yourself this question: what am I willing to do differently? Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Think outside of the box. Try a different approach. Learn something new. Take that first step. Because sometimes the smallest change can lead to the biggest transformation. Remember, the life you've been praying for may begin the moment you decide to do something different. If this message encouraged you today, I hope you'll share it with someone who may need to hear it. And remember, you are stronger than you think, more capable than you realize, and with God, all things are possible. Until next time, take care of yourself and never stop believing in the beautiful possibilities that God has placed before you.